Hey everyone, Denzel here, and today I'm going to be showing you 3 consecutive battles on the Leopard 1. Yes, I know, kind of the same thing as Fatness does, but I just feel like it's a good way to show consistency of being able to play a tank versus partial luck of doing 6,000 damage once in a blue moon. So the Leopard 1 is a tank that is actually disliked by a lot of people, and that's because a lot of people don't know how to play this tank. It's actually pretty bad. It's the second worst on the server by win rate, right after the M60. So on this game, I like to go to my usual little position right behind this dirt pile, and the Leopard 1, it may seem like it has no armor, but if you can bait shots at a proper angle, you will get bounces like you see me doing here. This tank has no armor, but it kind of compensates because you have a great gun. You're very accurate and you have plenty of mobility. So, and if you're new to the game, please don't buy the Leopard 1. Please don't do it. Just forget that it's on your tech tree, because if you don't play this tank right, you will absolutely get nuked for it. It is not a tank for someone who just came into the game. It is not a tank for someone that's been playing the game for a while. It's not a tank for a lot of people because they don't know how to play it, even after thousands and thousands of battles. I struggle with it. The Leopard 1 is a tank of opportunities, because that's how you get your damage. It's not like a STB or a T62A where you can just sit, hold down, and farm the whole game. No. Like, for example, here, I see this E5 is somewhat isolated from his team, so I take that opportunity. I get behind him, I put 2 shots into him before he can even put a shot into me. I managed to put 3 shots into him before he even shoots me. And that's the thing with the Leopard. It's so quick that it will come up behind you without you even realizing until it shoots you once or twice. And that's the amazing thing about the Leopard. You have so much DPM that you're able to come up behind a heavy tank and put 2 shots into them before they're even able to turn around. You have as much DPM as a tier 10 Russian medium, except you have a higher alpha gun and a little bit more accuracy, as well as speed. You can also perma-track tanks, just like the T62 or the 140, except I'm pretty sure you'll need to run a gun rammer instead of calibrated for that, which I do because I don't think, as nice as calibrated is, I never had trouble penetrating tanks, so I don't use calibrated. But it really depends on how you play. If you're playing more aggressively, I wouldn't use calibrated because you're going to be consistently flanking around tanks, so you either have their side or their butt, so you're not going to need calibrated. But it's really up to you at the end of the day of how you want to play the tank. But this game was going to be a loss. I tried doing everything I can, but my team just kind of fell apart on the rail side, so we still did pretty good. Managed to do 6,200 damage, out damaging our whole team. But this next game is going to be on Naval Frontier, and what I like to do here is I'm going to go to my typical spotting position right in the middle of the map, and I tried to get here as fast as possible so I can spot as many tanks as I can. That way your team knows what's going on. And I like to pre-aim this rock here so I get my first shot off. Completely blew that one. But the good thing about the Leopard is its reloads so fast that in no time you're just going to have another shell ready to go. So what you see me doing here is I'm still trying to spot, but I'm not going to expose myself completely because I don't know if they have any TDs at their spawn pre-aiming this way ready to shoot. So another good tip is for this bush, never sit directly behind this bush because this bush gets blind shotted a lot. So try to stay kind of on the edge of this rock like you see me doing here. So I see that the enemy team is flanking right, and I see 2 tanks on the left. So this 140 is trying to fight the E100 and the Leopard, so I see a Leopard rushing, so I'm going to move up and we're going to take out this Leo 1 together here. And this is what I mean by when I say the Leo 1 has a very accurate gun. Yeah, that shot over there, pretty crazy, huh? So we take out the Leopard 1, and I know the E100 is somewhere around this corner. Oh, I completely get nuked. So I know I have about 2 shots before he reloads, since he's running the adrenaline. I put one in. I try to go for his track wheel once again. Penetrate it, and now I kind of debating whether I should take a 3rd shot or not. So I don't end up taking one because I know he's already reloaded by then. So I'm kind of just trying to take away his attention because I know the 140 is behind me, and he can put shots into him. So I see no opportunity here. So I go around because I see this standard B is getting destroyed. So I'm going to finish him off, and we're going to come around behind the C100 and start hitting him from both sides with this 140 here. And this is what I mean by playing the Leopard 1 aggressively. You're not playing aggressively like you're a heavy tank brawling. You're playing aggressively by consistently peeking on someone, consistently trying to bait shots like I'm doing over here to the C100. And I almost pay for it here because almost get shot, but we got lucky enough. We finish off the E100, and now I know that they have 3 more tanks left. Pretty healthy tanks too, and dangers. I can get one-shotted by any of those guys if they hit me with HE on my side or my behind. So we gotta play this smart. I see our tortoise is isolated, so I'm gonna sit here and provide him with cover. I see the Yaguru is coming towards him, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm not gonna shoot the Yaguru the second he gets spotted. I'm gonna give him time to kind of come out in the open to where he has no time to get back in cover. So this is what I do here. I put a shot into him. He's gonna try to blind shot me because he knows I'm in the bush, but there's a very low chance of him hitting me. There he goes, he blind shots. I put another one into him, and he has no choice but to turn around because the tortoise is coming for him, and he just gets finished off. So another play here that I make is, you can see this E3 is kind of try to chase our 140, and I know he's going to be facing that direction. So what I try to do here is I'm going to try to wait for the E3 to either keep chasing that 140 so I can get behind him, or for him to turn around the other way. So he turns the other way. I put a shot into him, and I try to put another shot into his track wheel, but he's smart. He covers his track wheel and almost hits me there. But now I know he's shot. He's on a reload, and this is my opportunity to move up and make life hard for them. So I put a shot into the VK. What I'm doing here is distracting them, hoping my team would move up and help me. But the tortoise is just kind of sitting in the back. So me and 140 are going to have to fight this one out. So I'm looking for shots on this E3 here, but both of these guys are in a tune, and they're both pretty good players. So this E3 starts pushing me, and I end up putting 2 shots into him before he can hit me, which is perfect because now I can finish him off. And I use heat just to make sure I don't bounce, and aim, of course. So at this point it's pretty much over. The VK is by himself, and there's no way he's gonna out-traverse the Leopard. He gets close. We're gonna finish him off here with heat into the lower plate. And GG's to both of those guys from GP Clan. They did a great job. So we get a mastery and 6,400 damage. Not too bad. So for this next and final game, we're actually gonna get this tune again, and I'm already prepared for a loss because of how close that other game was. So I go into this typical spotting bush once again, pre-aim the gap to get my early shot off, and we're just gonna wait to see if anyone comes through. So we spot a Foch, put a shot into him as well as the Conway, so we know where 2 of their tanks are. But I'm gonna still sit in this bush just a little longer just to make sure I know where most of their team is. So now we can see on the mini-map one of their TDs is in town, as well as someone is capping, so we know there's 2 people in town and 2 people on this flank. I see this mouse pushing. I'm going to go with him and this SU. This push here is going to demonstrate how unexpected and aggressive you can be in the Leopard 1. This Foch is not expecting me at all. So I'm going to finish him off here, and I'm going to take a couple of shots, but if I know it's going to worth me winning the game, then I'm going to do it. So I get hit once, Conway misses me, and I'm just waiting for my teammates to put shots into him. So I get hit a second time. So we take out 2 tanks, and I get hit twice. So that's a pretty fair trade if you ask me. So now we know the rest of them are in town. I'm going to reset my camera here before I peek out again. I'm going to load heat for this E3's lower plate to pen it reliably. And guys, don't be afraid to shoot heat. I know people give you crap for shooting heat, but those are just the people that either don't know how to play the game or just they're extremely salty because they lost. So always shoot heat if you need to. That was a pretty crazy shot over there. This SU gets completely nuked because he's not aware of what the light bulb means on his screen. So we're going to continue shooting this E100, and I'm not going to move from this position because I have shots. You don't need to consistently relocate on the Leo if you have shots, only if you really need to if you don't have shots. So I'm just going to sit here and farm this E100. And this here, what I do is don't do this. I peek out after I get spotted, and I should have gotten nuked here, but I get extremely lucky. We finish up this E100, and now I see that our mouse is in the middle of a brawl, so I'm going to take this opportunity to use his HP to farm these guys before he dies. So we put a few shots into these guys, and at this point I'm just going to try to conserve HP and bait shots. We have a grill and a 268. They're actually both full HP, which is nice. I bounced this shot over here. Pretty sure that hit my track. So I'm going to continue shooting him. And what you see me doing here, I'm going to bait shots. I'm going to position my tank at a proper angle, and I'm going to bait shots. So I bounce a shot, put a shot into him, and now this E6 is coming for me. I'm going to shoot his track wheel. It's going to turn his tank a little bit. He's going to completely miss me. And now we have plenty of time to kill this guy because his reload is very, very long. So I'm just going to get behind him. I actually thought I was going to get stuck here, but we managed to squeeze through. And at this point, the game is pretty much over. GG to those guys once again. So we mastered the tank again. 6,300 damage, not too bad. And I'm just going to put these screenshots at the end just to show everyone who doesn't believe me that it's 3 battles in a row. So this last battle here is just kind of like a little bonus game. This is not a consecutive battle. This is just a game I had the next day, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to show. So I'm going to be quiet here and let you guys watch this on your own. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little sloppy because it's my first commentary, but if you enjoyed, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. And subscribe if you want. I'm also going to leave a link to my Discord server in the description, so you can go ahead and click that. But other than that, have a good one and stay safe on the battlefield.